everyone, and welcome to Daily English Conversation for Elementary Speaking Practice. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Mason. We're excited to be here with you today. In this episode, we'll be focusing on starting simple conversations. We'll cover basic phrases and words you can use to start talking with someone, and we'll repeat and explain them to help you understand and remember.
That's right, Mason. Let's start with the basics. When you meet someone for the first time, what do you say?
You can start with a greeting like hello or hi. These are basic ways to say hello to someone. You can also say, nice to meet you when you meet someone new.
Exactly. Let's repeat those phrases. Hello, hi, nice to meet you. Great job. Now, let's explain these phrases. Hello and hi are simple greetings used when you see someone. Nice to meet you is used when you meet someone for the first time and want to be polite.
Another common phrase is how are you? This is a way to ask someone how they are feeling. You can answer with I'm good, I'm fine, or I'm okay.
Let's repeat that. How are you? I'm good, I'm fine, I'm okay. These phrases are very useful in everyday conversations. Now, let's talk about some more phrases you can use to keep the conversation going.
Yes, you can ask someone about their day. For example, how was your day, or what did you do today? These questions show that you are interested in the other person.
Let's repeat those. How was your day? What did you do today? Let's explain these questions. How was your day is asking someone to talk about their day. What did you do today is asking them to share what activities they did.
Another important phrase is where are you from? This question helps you learn more about the person you're talking to. You can answer with, I'm from your country or city.
Let's repeat that. Where are you from? I'm from your country or city. Great. Now, let's talk about some ways to keep the conversation friendly and polite.
It's important to use polite words like please and thank you. For example, can you please help me? Or thank you for your help.
Let's repeat those. Can you please help me? Thank you for your help. Being polite means showing respect and kindness to others. It makes conversations more pleasant.
Now, let's move on to talking about common activities. You can ask someone, what do you like to do? This question helps you learn about their hobbies and interests.
Let's repeat that. What do you like to do? You can answer with something you enjoy, like I like to read or I like to play sports. Let's repeat those. I like to read. I like to play sports.
Great job. Let's explain these phrases. What do you like to do is asking someone about their hobbies. I like to read means you enjoy reading books. I like to play sports means you enjoy playing sports like soccer or basketball.
Another useful phrase is what's your favorite? You can ask about their favorite food, color, or movie. For example, what's your favorite food? You can answer with, my favorite food is pizza.
Let's repeat that. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is pizza. Let's explain these phrases. What's your favorite is asking about something they like the most. My favorite food is pizza means you like pizza more than other foods.
Now, let's practice some common sentences you can use in everyday conversations. For example, I'm learning English. This is a simple way to tell someone you are studying English.
Let's repeat that. I'm learning English. You can also say, I live in your city. This tells someone where you live. Let's repeat that. I live in your city.
Great job. Let's explain these sentences. I'm learning English means you are studying the English language. I live in your city means you reside in a specific city.
Another important phrase is, can you speak more slowly, please? This is helpful if you need someone to speak slower so you can understand them better.
Let's repeat that. Can you speak more slowly, please? This phrase is very useful when you're practicing your English and need more time to understand.
Now, let's talk about some phrases you can use when you don't understand something. You can say, I don't understand, or can you repeat that, please?
Let's repeat those. I don't understand. Can you repeat that, please? These phrases help you communicate when you need more information or clarification.
Another helpful phrase is what does word mean? You can use this to ask about a word you don't know. For example, what does library mean?
Let's repeat that. What does a word mean? You can answer with, it means explanation. For example, it means a place where you can borrow books. Let's repeat that. It means a place where you can borrow books.
Great job. Let's summarize what we've learned today. We talked about greetings like hello and hi, asking about someone's day with how was your day and what did you do today?
We also discussed questions like where are you from and what do you like to do, and how to be polite with please and thank you. We practiced common sentences like I'm learning English and I live in your city.
And we talked about important phrases for understanding and communication, like can you speak more slowly, please, and what does word mean?
Practicing these words and phrases will help you start simple conversations and improve your English. Remember to repeat and use these phrases in your daily conversations.
Now, we're going to talk about descriptive words. These words help you describe people, places, things, and feelings in more detail. We'll focus on important phrases and words, repeating them and explaining their meanings. Let's get started.
Descriptive words are also known as adjectives. They give more information about nouns, which are people, places, or things. For example, if you have a car, you might describe it as a red car or a fast car.
Exactly. Emma, let's start with some basic descriptive words for people. You can describe someone's appearance or personality. For example, if someone is tall, you can say, he is tall. Or if someone is friendly, you can say, she is friendly.
Let's repeat those phrases. He is tall, she is friendly. Tall describes someone's height, and friendly describes someone's personality, meaning they are kind and easy to talk to.
Now, let's talk about some more words to describe people. If someone has long hair, you can say, she has long hair. If someone is strong, you can say, he is strong.
Let's repeat those. She has long hair. He is strong. Long describes the length of her hair, and strong describes his physical strength.
Another important set of descriptive words relates to emotions. If someone is happy, you can say, she is happy. If someone is sad, you can say, he is sad.
Let's repeat those. She is happy. He is sad. Happy means feeling joy, and sad means feeling unhappy.
Now, let's talk about some descriptive words for places. If a place is big, you can say, it is a big house. If a place is beautiful, you can say, it is a beautiful park.
Let's repeat those. It is a big house. It is a beautiful park. Big describes the size of the house, and beautiful describes the appearance of the park, meaning it is very nice to look at.
Descriptive words are also used for things. For example, if you have a new phone, you can say, I have a new phone. If you have an old book, you can say, I have an old book.
Let's repeat those. I have a new phone. I have an old book. New means recently made or obtained, and old means having existed for a long time.
Now, let's combine some descriptive words to make sentences more interesting. For example, you can say, she has a beautiful, long dress, or he has a small, red car.
Let's repeat those. She has a beautiful, long dress. He has a small, red car. Combining descriptive words makes your sentences more detailed and interesting.
Let's explain some more adjectives. If something is expensive, it costs a lot of money. You can say, this watch is expensive. If something is cheap, it does not cost much money. You can say, this pen is cheap.
Let's repeat those. This watch is expensive. This pen is cheap. Expensive and cheap help describe the cost of things.
Another useful pair of adjectives is hot and cold. You can say, the coffee is hot or the ice cream is cold.
Let's repeat those. The coffee is hot. The ice cream is cold. Hot describes something with a high temperature, and cold describes something with a low temperature.
Let's move on to some adjectives to describe time. If something is happening now, you can say, it is current. If something happened in the past, you can say, it is old.
Let's repeat those. It is current. It is old. Current means happening now, and old means it has existed for a long time.
For describing taste, we have words like sweet and sour. You can say, this candy is sweet or this lemon is sour.
Let's repeat those. This candy is sweet. This lemon is sour. Sweet describes a sugary taste, and sour describes a sharp, tangy taste.
Now, let's talk about describing sounds. If something is loud, you can say, the music is loud. If something is quiet, you can say, the library is quiet.
Let's repeat those. The music is loud. The library is quiet. Loud describes a high volume, and quiet describes a low volume.
Let's summarize what we've learned so far. We've talked about descriptive words for people, places, things, emotions, cost, temperature, time, taste, and sound. These adjectives help make our conversations more detailed and interesting.
Yes, and now let's practice using these descriptive words in longer sentences. For example, the tall man is carrying a new, expensive phone, or the happy girl is eating sweet, cold ice cream.
Let's repeat those. The tall man is carrying a new, expensive phone. The happy girl is eating sweet, cold ice cream. Using multiple descriptive words in a sentence paints a clearer picture.
Another example is, the big house has a beautiful garden, or the strong boy is lifting a heavy box.
Let's repeat those. The big house has a beautiful garden. The strong boy is lifting a heavy box. Practicing these sentences helps you use adjectives naturally in conversation.
Let's explain some of these sentences. When we say, the tall man is carrying a new, expensive phone, we describe the man's height, the condition, and the cost of the phone.
And when we say, the happy girl is eating sweet, cold ice cream, we describe the girl's emotion and the taste and temperature of the ice cream.
That's right. Using descriptive words makes your language richer and more expressive. It helps others understand exactly what you mean.
Now, let's try a fun exercise. I'll describe something, and you try to guess what it is. Ready?
Sounds fun. Go ahead, James.
Okay, here's the first one. It's a small, round, red fruit that is sweet. What is it?
That sounds like an apple.
Correct. Let's try another one. It's a tall, strong animal with a long neck.
That must be a giraffe.
Right again. Let's do one more. It's a big, blue body of water that is salty.
That's definitely the ocean.
Great job, Emma, and great job to our listeners if you guessed those correctly too.
This kind of exercise helps you practice using and understanding descriptive words in a fun way.
Yes, and it also helps you think about how to use adjectives to describe things in detail.
Let's practice using descriptive words in a storytelling style. James, why don't you tell us a short story using as many descriptive words as you can?
Sure, Emma. Here's a short story. Once upon a time, there was a small, cozy house in a quiet village. In the house lived an old, wise woman with her friendly, brown dog. Every morning, they walked through the beautiful, green forest to a clear, sparkling lake. The woman loved to sit by the calm, blue water and listen to the sweet, singing birds. It was a peaceful, happy life.
That's a wonderful story. James, let's repeat some parts of it to focus on the descriptive words. A small, cozy house, an old, wise woman, a friendly, brown dog, a beautiful, green forest, a clear, sparkling lake, calm, blue water, sweet, singing birds, peaceful, happy life.
These descriptive words help paint a picture in your mind and make the story more interesting.
Yes, they do. Storytelling with descriptive words can be a great way to practice your English and make your speaking more engaging.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to dive into action words, also known as verbs. These are words that describe actions or things we do. We'll focus on important phrases and words, repeating them and explaining their meanings to make sure you understand and can use them in your daily conversations. Let's get started.
Action words are essential because they tell us what someone or something is doing. For example, common action words include run, eat, read, and play. Let's start with some basic action words and use them in sentences.
Great idea. Emma, let's start with the word run. You can say, I run every morning. Now let's repeat that. I run every morning.
Run means to move quickly on your feet. Another example is the word eat. You can say, we eat dinner at 6 p.m. Let's repeat that. We eat dinner at 6 p.m.
Eat means to consume food. Now let's try read. You can say, she reads a book every night. Let's repeat that. She reads a book every night.
Read means to look at and understand words in a book or other written material. Next, let's use play. You can say, they play soccer on Saturdays. Let's repeat that. They play soccer on Saturdays.
Play means to engage in an activity for fun or exercise. Now, let's combine these words in a short story to make it more interesting.
Sure, here's a short story. Every morning, John runs in the park. After his run, he eats breakfast with his family. In the afternoon, John reads a book or plays soccer with his friends. He loves staying active and learning new things.
Let's break down and repeat parts of that story. Every morning, John runs in the park. After his run, he eats breakfast with his family. In the afternoon, John reads a book or plays soccer with his friends.
This story uses action words to describe John's daily activities. Let's explain these actions a bit more. When we say John runs in the park, it means he moves quickly on his feet through the park. He eats breakfast means he consumes food in the morning.
And when we say John reads a book, it means he looks at and understands the words in the book. He plays soccer means he engages in the game of soccer for fun.
That's right. Now, let's move on to some more action words. How about write? You can say, I write letters to my friends. Let's repeat that. I write letters to my friends.
Write means to put words on paper or a screen. Another useful action word is listen. You can say, she listens to music every evening. Let's repeat that. She listens to music every evening.
Listen means to pay attention to sounds. Next, let's try watch. You can say, we watch TV after dinner. Let's repeat that. We watch TV after dinner.
Watch means to look at something for a period of time, usually something moving like a TV show or movie. Now let's use talk. You can say, they talk on the phone every night. Let's repeat that. They talk on the phone every night.
Talk means to communicate with words. Now, let's use these words in another short story.
Sure, here's a short story. After school, Sarah writes in her diary. She listens to her favorite music while writing. In the evening, her family watches TV together. Before bed, Sarah talks to her friends on the phone.
Let's break down and repeat parts of that story. After school, Sarah writes in her diary. She listens to her favorite music while writing. In the evening, her family watches TV together. Before bed, Sarah talks to her friends on the phone.
This story uses action words to describe Sarah's activities. Let's explain these actions a bit more. When we say Sarah writes in her diary, it means she puts her thoughts on paper. She listens to her favorite music means she pays attention to the sounds of her favorite songs.
And when we say her family watches TV together, it means they look at the TV screen for entertainment. Sarah talks to her friends on the phone means she communicates with her friends using her voice over the phone.
That's right. Now, let's discuss some more action words. How about study? You can say, I study English every day. Let's repeat that. I study English every day.
Study means to spend time learning about a subject. Another important action word is work. You can say, he works at a hospital. Let's repeat that. He works at a hospital.
Work means to do a job or a task for money or other benefits. Next, let's try drive. You can say, she drives to work every morning. Let's repeat that. She drives to work every morning.
Drive means to control a vehicle, like a car. Now let's use cook. You can say, they cook dinner together. Let's repeat that. They cook dinner together.
Cook means to prepare food by heating it. Let's use these words in another short story.
Sure, here's a short story. Every morning, Mr. Smith drives to work. He works at a hospital where he helps patients. After work, he studies Spanish. In the evening, he cooks dinner with his family.
Let's break down and repeat parts of that story. Every morning, Mr. Smith drives to work. He works at a hospital where he helps patients. After work, he studies Spanish. In the evening, he cooks dinner with his family.
This story uses action words to describe Mr. Smith's daily routine. Let's explain these actions a bit more. When we say Mr. Smith drives to work, it means he controls a car to get to his job. He works at a hospital means he performs tasks and helps patients at the hospital.
And when we say he studies Spanish, it means he spends time learning the Spanish language. He cooks dinner with his family means he prepares food with his family by heating it.
Great explanations, James. Now let's practice using these action words and sentences of our own.
Good idea. Emma, let's start with swim. You can say, I swim in the pool every weekend. Let's repeat that. I swim in the pool every weekend.
Swim means to move through water by moving your arms and legs. Another action word is sing. You can say, she sings beautifully. Let's repeat that. She sings beautifully.
Sing means to make musical sounds with your voice. Next, let's try draw. You can say, he draws pictures in his notebook. Let's repeat that. He draws pictures in his notebook.
Draw means to make pictures with a pencil, pen, or other tools. Now let's use dance. You can say, they dance at the party. Let's repeat that. They dance at the party.
Dance means to move your body in a way that goes with music. Let's use these words in another short story.
Sure, here's a short story. Every weekend, Lisa swims in the pool. She loves the water. In the afternoon, she sings songs and draws pictures. In the evening, she dances with her friends at the party.
Let's break down and repeat parts of that story. Every weekend, Lisa swims in the pool. She loves the water. In the afternoon, she sings songs and draws pictures. In the evening, she dances with her friends at the party.
This story uses action words to describe Lisa's weekend activities. Let's explain these actions a bit more. When we say Lisa swims in the pool, it means she moves through the water by moving her arms and legs. She sings songs means she makes musical sounds with her voice.
And when we say she draws pictures, it means she makes pictures with a pencil or pen. She dances with her friends at the party means she moves her body in a way that goes with the music while at the party.
Excellent explanations, James. Now, let's try using these action words in some fun and creative ways. How about we play a little game?
That sounds fun. What kind of game do you have in mind, Emma?
I'll describe an action, and you have to guess the verb. Let's start. I move my body to the music. What am I doing?
You're dancing.
Correct. Here's another one. I make pictures with a pencil.
You're drawing.
Right again. Okay, one more. I move quickly on my feet.
You're running.
Great job, James. And great job to our listeners if you guessed those correctly too.
This kind of game helps you practice and remember action words in a fun way.
Absolutely. We hope you found this episode helpful and enjoyable. Remember to practice using action words in your conversations and writing.
Thanks for joining us today. In our next episode, we'll continue with more everyday vocabulary and useful phrases. Stay tuned.
Until next time, keep practicing and have fun with your English.
Goodbye.